Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so today I'm going to take a quick look at a few more themes that were just recently dropped for Emulation Station within Retropie. These can be downloaded through the ES Themes, little manager type thing. So we'll take a look at that, show you guys how you can get these themes and what they look like and what they contain. So let's get this party started. Okay, guys, so the first theme we're looking at, before I discuss it, I just want to show you guys real quick how we can download this and install it. So first off, we're going to want to go in the Retropie configuration. You see we're already in one of the new ones I want to talk about, Mario Blue 1.0 by James Durden. Looks pretty sick, but we'll take a closer look in a moment. The first thing we want to do, let's go to Retropie Setup, get into that bad boy. In here, you're going to want to update your Retropie setup script. If you're on the previous version, 4.2.12, that's all you'll need to do. But if you're on a version before that, you're going to need to update, your core packages. You should just be able to have to update Emulation Station and you should be good, but you kind of want all that stuff to be updated. So I would recommend updating, all your core stuff. But that should be all you need to do on this end. And then in order to download these guys, you're going to go up here to ES Themes. And this will be in any theme that you use. So if you're in a different theme than what I'm in, obviously we're looking at a new one. But you'll go into ES Themes, hit the A button. Now, while we're in here, I just want to point out a few things. There's a literal ton of freaking themes. I remember when this list was tiny, but these guys are constantly putting new stuff up, updated versions, multiple versions, just all sorts of cool stuff. Typically, our new stuff is going to be toward the bottom, so that's where we're going to want to go. Now, the ones I want to look at today are Mario Blue and Magazine Madness. This one right here, I'd already recorded several times. This is like a retake, so I wasn't happy with what the way it turned out. This Royal Primicia, I'm not even going to bother showing it at this time. It doesn't support very many systems, and it doesn't support a bunch of systems that I was hoping it would support. And for some reason, I don't know if it's just my build, because this is a build I've been kind of working off and on, for a while now. But when I have this theme installed, for some reason, when I look at Magazine Madness and Mario Blue, things are messed up. But when that theme is not installed, they work just fine. So I'm not knocking that theme, but just being honest with you, it uses like the system background with all the system names and whatnot, which is kind of cool. It's a wallpaper that's been available for a while. I don't really dig the way it looks. I'm just being honest with you. Not for me. I want to show it, but when I have it installed on my system, a bunch of things just go wrong. I don't know if it's the theme or if it's something else with my system, but for the time being, I'm not looking at that theme in this video just because it's screwing up some other stuff that's going on. And there's not much to it. There's barely any systems on there. A bunch of them are not supported. At first, I thought it was my system, but then I looked and in the files manager, and there's not that many systems. So we're looking at Magazine Madness and Mario Blue. So you'll go ahead and click enter on these guys, install them, boom, good to go. Easy peasy. If they install updates for these, you can jump back on here and update them. So like for example, Magazine Madness, there's going to be some updates to it. We already know that because there's some collection stuff that's going to be being worked on. That's going to be part of a newer update, the Retropie. So a new feature in this theme is getting prepared to work with that, just like a few other ones are as well. But definitely check back, update, boom, new features. So let's go ahead and get out of here and just take a look at these two themes. Like I said, unfortunately, I can't look at the other one at the moment. So this is Mario Blue. I try to be as honest as I can with the themes when I look at them. I don't like ranking them. I'm not going to say number one, number two, anything like that. I have my favorites. I'm not going to lie. I have my favorites, but the taste in themes is subjective. Everybody's going to have a different taste in what they want. I'm just showing these so you guys have an opportunity to make a decision on your own. I'm going to say right now, I like this theme. I like it a lot. I have one issue with it, and it's not even an issue with the theme necessarily, but my issue is that I'm a huge Mario fan. I love Super Mario. This got, you got that nice little scene at the bottom from Super Mario World. You got Super Mario and Luigi standing there like, hey, what's up, guys? Some Koopa Troopas, Yoshi, my boy Yoshi standing there, a bunch of, it's cool. I love that. And then we got our systems up in the stars with the Mario blocks all around it. I'm not knocking any of this. I think it's pretty sweet. My only thing, and it's not even so much a criticism because there's nothing wrong. It's an opinion. I would not use this theme unless I was doing a Nintendo only image. Some people are going to feel the same way as me. Some people are not going to care. For me, I'd like having like either a unified theme or a theme that encompasses everything that you have in there. So, like for example, Showcase, I consider that a unified theme where everything's uniform. You take the definition of that, you could look at that differently than I do, but everything fits together and it can carry every system that's within it without like representing something else. And if you know what I mean, like this theme, it's Mario themed. It's a Mario based theme and it's pretty sick. But for me, I don't want to see Sega stuff, on a Nintendo theme. That's just me. Maybe nitpicky. I don't know. Like I said, not a criticism. It's an opinion. So take that for what it's worth. But this theme we do have are all games listing. And if you don't have a video, like you see when I'm scrolling, most of my stuff has videos on this, but some of them don't. You get that. Thank you, Mario, but your video's in another castle. I dig that. I like that. We do have our favorites. So I'm digging that these guys are putting the favorites and everything. Last played comes in handy as well. So these three menus are fairly newer additions to Retropie, and they're pretty awesome. Stuff that I just, if a theme doesn't contain that, going forward, I don't know what you're thinking, but please, if you're a theme creator, make sure these are part of your theme because it's what I've always dreamed for. But yeah, looking at this, like I said, it's all Mario themed. I don't have games and everything, so since I don't have the game list done for some of these systems, it's not going to show up properly. I just have Sega stuff in here, but you get the drift. You're going to have a similar background. You're going to have a character or the system on the side. This does support having your game logo up in the upper left corner if you have them on your system properly, set up properly anyway. And you do get your game, your console or your system logo in the middle, so that's always helpful. But yeah, I really do dig this, but I would only use it for a Nintendo-based theme. That's just me. So what do you guys think of this theme? I like it, but it's not one I'm probably going to use unless I add it to like a Nintendo-based theme that I've done. But it's pretty clean. I like the way she looks. But I do give that a thumbs up. I really like it. Not much else I could say about it. But let's go ahead and take a look at Magazine Madness. This is the one that I was really excited to take a look at. Now this theme, I kind of knew about it for a short while. So I was really looking forward to it because I just liked what it was based off of and how it looked. But this theme, before we take a look, this is done by Dwayne Hurst. I hope I said your name correctly this time. Please, I hope. It's done by him, also with contributions by David Marty and Mike Bryan Manley. So those guys all contributed, helped out with the theme. So credit needs to be given to those guys. And David Marty and Dwayne's YouTube channels will be linked in the description. So take a look. They always got cool stuff going on. So peep them out for sure. So, like I said, really excited to take a look at this bad boy. Let's go ahead and pop her in. So here we go. Magazine Madness. Obviously, just knowing the title of the theme, you're going to know essentially what it's all about. Magazines, right? So I love the way this kind of harkens back to the good old days of us having like video game magazines, because a lot of these systems I didn't grow up with, but a lot of them I did. And they did have back in the day magazines that were catered to one system. There was like Sega Dreamcast magazine. I don't remember the specific names, but you had stuff like that were catered toward one company or one system, that kind of thing. And that went on for a while, and then we had the magazines that encompassed everything, EGM, Game Pro, Game Informer, all that good stuff. So this really, I dig this. Like, if you really look, the attention to detail here, you get your system, bam, the logo, the system's on there, special issue, there's different wording on each magazine. It's going to look like an actual magazine. Like, hey, these are the articles that are in it. In this issue of, Retro Game Magazine, there's even a price on the side and a freaking, UPC and all that stuff. That's kind of cool, and then there's the highlights of the articles and stuff. So it looks legit. Like, these could have really been magazines. You know what I mean? These really could have been magazines back in the day, and I really dig the way it looks. So, some of these guys, let me just go back one. You look at the magazine cover, it's not just one game. It's going to be the system and a couple games on there, whatever, some different listings for stuff about the system. So it's just really cool detail. I really love that. So going back in here, this does support video snaps. So I should have video snaps on most of the games I have on here. But you get that. You get your video snap if you have them. You get, on each of these systems, you get a little blurb of the history of the system and some little factoids, pretty cool stuff. The lower left, I'm getting my box art down there. You got the system right there on the left side. And then you have the magazine in the background underneath the one you're looking at. It's probably the previous issue. I don't know. But pretty cool stuff. I have my transition on instant. So, I instantly go to the next system when I'm scrolling through. And, it's something some people aren't aware of, that you can change that. But, yeah, you can change that. And so we do have our last played, our favorites edition in all games as well. So that's kind of cool. They're like special magazines for that. I really like that favorites edition. It could have just said favorites and it would have been fine. But then that's that doesn't really sound like a magazine, favorites, okay, it could have been, I guess, but favorites edition, boom, themes. What theme do you use for favorites? Like, just cool, the little detail. Why have them? How many? Pac-Man, how to, button assignment. It's just kind of cool, all the little blurbs on there that are thrown on there. I really dig that. Last played. Mario, what is the last Mario game you played? That's kind of funny, because that would be something you would see on a magazine, you know what I mean? Special issue, last played. I could imagine a game magazine being called Last Played. You might want to like copyright or trademark or whatever that. Somebody could snatch that one up if it doesn't already exist. But that one's cool. You get all the same stuff. Last Played, my Retropie setup shows in there. I didn't know it did all that when you select those. That's kind of interesting. It's the first time I've seen that. But yeah, you got your Last Played. Comes in handy. If you just want to jump in, oh crap, I played that last. You don't want to dig through looking for it. You can jump in there. Favorites, boom. Anything you've added to favorites is going to be in here. And you add the favorites by pressing the Y button. And you can also press Y to remove them. So watch. Action Fighter. I don't want this on here no more. Y. She's gone, right? And you would do the same thing anywhere else. All games kind of comes in handy. You can scroll through. Oh, Afterburner 32X. Yeah, let me add that to my favorites. Now it's going to be in my favorites. So cool stuff. I love this theme, and that you can see the previous system, the next system, the system you're on. I dig that. I'm getting the little thermometer thing. Just ignore that. There's something wrong with my Pi. It's like excellently cooled, not overclocked, but I just keep getting that thermometer. It might be because it's like 100 degrees in my area that I work. I don't know. It's probably the case. Same problem as last time. No big deal. So ignore that, please. But you got his little signature up there, the Hursty little signature, kind of nice little touch. But pretty cool, man. I really dig this. This is gonna be in my top themes. I'm currently working on some images for myself, and these are the themes. Like I said, I don't like ranking themes, and I'm not ranking any themes, but these are the themes that are going to be installed on the image that I'm doing for myself. Little personal image. Showcase is going to be on there. Retrorama is going to be on there. Magazine Madness is going to be on there. And those are the only 3 emulation station themes I'm going to use. You got the representation of all the theme gods out there. Dwayne Hurst, freaking David Marty, Phil's Doodles, boom, 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 boom. So those are the guys I'm digging. I really love everything they put out. Top-notch work. Hope you guys appreciated taking a look at this. Grab this theme. incorporate it if you want. Take a look at the other themes that I talked about. Boom. You know, what more could we want? These guys are doing a lot of awesome work. So support them if you can. Take a look at their channels. Do all that good stuff. Help a brother out here. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Take a look at my giveaway videos. Catch any of my previous videos that I posted, you know, whatever. Really would appreciate it, guys. Catch you next time. Boom.